What's up, Royce? I'm yours truly, King Chris. Welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you in a positive place, a positive space. You're doing good. You're feeling good. What's up? All right. So, you must well go on ahead and subscribe, like, share, thumbs up, ring the bell so that you can keep up to date to all of my videos as I upload them. So, the conversation for today is why do they always blame African Americans or black and brown skinned people and seem to get away with it? So we're going to start and we're going to take a look back in history of some of the horrific things that white people have blamed black and brown skinned people on. So we're going to start off with Susan Smith, October 1994. She claimed that an African American man carjacked her and they took her two sons. They kidnapped her two sons. Her two sons would be Michael and Alex Smith. And she went about 9 days of them actually actively searching for these people, for this black and brown skinned person that she claimed that took her kids. It took about 9 days before they actually got to the truth that she was lying. So they figured that she was lying because how she described that it took place, that it was at a stoplight, and this stoplight that she described that it took place at, the carjacking, was a stoplight that did not really never stop unless the opposite side was affected by traffic. So at that time it was not any traffic on the road, so they kind of figured that she was lying, and her story had just started to kind of like crumble apart. And also she was suspicious on the way that she was acting, like dressing and worrying about how she looked for the camera and things like that when it took place. But it was later to find out that she took her vehicle to John D. Long Lake. She backed the car down, she jumped out the car, and she let the car go down, and it drowned the boys, killing them. And it's believed that she did that because a John Friendly, which was a guy that she was interested in too, had wrote her a long letter saying that basically they could not be together. And they want to say that really upset her and depressed her. So that drove her to doing what she did to her boys, drowning them and killing them. But my thing is, why you didn't blame it on a white man? Why did you have to blame it on a black African American man? So after they found out that she was lying, she actually came out and she admitted about lying, but she never apologized for putting a death warrant out on a black man. Because we know that if they would have found a black, as they want to say, an African American, a man of black or brown skin that was responsible for this, allegedly, that he would have got beaten, shot, and probably killed, most likely, right? For something that he did not do. She never apologized for that. Her family never apologized for that. And the interesting thing about it is when she went to trial and the death penalty was on the board, her family was more concerned about her getting the death penalty and not more concerned about what she did with the boys. So she's serving a 30-year sentence in prison without the possibility of parole for the murdering of her boys. But as you can see, she looks like she's living the life in prison. And she's probably not sorry at all for what she did. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. So then we move down to, and then we move to Amy Cooper, May the 26th, 2020. She called 911 on a black man, saying that he was threatening her when they were in the park because she didn't want to put her dog on a leash. Sorry, she did not want to put her dog on a leash. But the thing about it is, when the video recording got out and they found out that she did it, she apologized. See, like I tell you, they apologize when they got something to lose. She apologized because she got fired from her job. That's the only reason she apologized. She didn't apologize for what she did because she was not sorry. And they said that she has been known to do this more than one time. See, they blame black and brown skinned people for hurting them, for harassing them, and they constantly get away with it. That would be Amy Cooper, May the 26th, 2020. And then we go to Emmett Tillman, 14-year-old, got lynched and beaten because a white woman accused him of touching her and whistling at her. She admitted about 6 years to the date of his murder in 2017. She admitted that she lied. She admitted that she lied. But the thing was, she admitted that she lied, but you know what? She hid in the house. She never came out. And she finally told her story that she lied, but she was a coward because she never came out so that the people can face her. And she never apologized because they feel that they don't have to apologize for anything. 14-year-old boy got murdered, lynched, and killed for something that he did not do. And then we go to Florida. And they're called the Groveland. The Groveland. That's what they're called. And they was falsely accused of raping a 17-year-old white woman. They was accused of raping a 17-year-old white woman. So 3 of them got caught. The 4th one escaped. And he was lately caught by a mob. And he was shot and killed to his death. He was killed. The other 3 had gotten beaten, as we know, before they were taken in and they were arrested. But they did get out. They got pardoned in 2019. So they did get out. But look at all the time that they stayed in jail, in prison, incarcerated for something they did not do. Once again, a white woman lied on a black or brown skinned person. 1984, Charles Stewart told the police that his pregnant wife was shot by an African American man while driving in a car in a predominantly black area. So they were in a black area. So he took his white self in a black area, him and his wife in a car, his pregnant wife. He shot and killed his wife, his pregnant wife, and blamed it on a black African American person. And this happened in Boston. So later, what Stewart did was they took him to the station and they gave him a lineup. And in the lineup, he picked out William Bennett for the one that carjacked him, that shot and killed his pregnant wife. See, once again, the evilness of it all. They're always blaming a black African person and they seem to get away with it. So Bennett was later put in jail for 12 years in prison for an unrelated robbery charge, because they pretty much had evidence and they know that this man did not do that. It did not add up. And he was just some random that this white degenerate picked. And he lost 12 years of his life in prison for something that he did not do. And then still now today, we have Patricia Ripley of Florida. She drowns her autistic son and she blames it on a black man or a black person, on two black men, two black person. She says that they carjacked her at a light and they asked for drugs before snatching her son out of the car. But the thing with her was She had attempted to drown her son twice. The first time she was not successful. There were some bystanders out there that got the child and grabbed the child out of the lake. She took the child, put the child in the car, and then she went somewhere else, and she successfully accomplished her mission of murdering her autistic child that was nonverbal, her child that could not talk. She was successful of doing it, and she blamed a black African American man. And once again, her family was not concerned about a black African American man or that a person was blamed for something they did not do. They was more concerned about her. They was more concerned that they believed that she was not lying. But it was caught on video surveillance of the last time that she tried to drown the son, and they found him floating in a river, in the river that she drowned him on. So we'll see what comes of that. See, just evil. How could you kill your own child? Why are these white people so interested in killing the people that they say that they're supposed to love so? Because they're just plain old evil. They're just evil people. 1992, Jesse Anderson falsely reported that a black African American man attacked him and his wife in Milwaukee. That they stabbed his wife a dozen of times. He went so far of buying a hat that he said that one of the alleged black men were wearing at the time that they killed his wife and stabbed her several times. So they found out that he was lying. He eventually did go to jail, and he died in 1994 from a prison beating. And then we have Sherry Hall, a rookie cop from Georgia. In 2016, she claimed that a African American man falsely, and I'm saying it because it was falsely, accused that he shot at her. And she even described him. She described him as a 6 foot, 230 pound African American man. And that he was wearing a green shirt, black jogging pants. And she was lying. So they found that not to be true. And she's serving a 15-year prison sentence. She's serving a 15-year prison sentence. But once again, never a apology. So why do they seem to always want to blame black African American, in particularly men, and they get away with it? They never apologize for blaming this person's. They never think about the damage that it caused to a person, but they blame a person, and when they're in the investigation of it and it's covered on the news, then they start to look at all black African American men, brown and black skinned men, and they judge all of us, and they treat all of us this type of way because they want to think that we're all criminals. But come to find out that they're constantly lying on us, and they get away with it. And they wonder why we are protesting. They wonder why we're on our platforms and we're speaking out and we're calling them out. We're tired. We're tired of being harassed. We're tired of being fabricated on. And we're tired of not having rights. And we're tired of being accused by the white man or the evil old white woman, these degenerates. That is the conversation. Stay up, stay down. I love you guys so much. Black and brown skinned people and everyone else. All right, stay up, never down. Until we meet again, the conversation has it. May God bless.